Hi there, this is Shawn 1113 Podcast Show. I am your host, Shawn 1113. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And one of the things we're going to do right now is put this podcast and put it on YouTube as well as many other platforms. So, excuse me. As soon as this podcast is over and published, I will up this on YouTube now, and also many other podcast stores, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Republic, Podcast Addict, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and many other ones. A lot of them. So thank you so much wherever you may be, wherever you're listening to, anywhere and everywhere in the world. And also, please comment and download, share, and hit that 5-star button as well on the Show Number 13 podcast show. A few things here, there in the world of sports, NBA, NHL, ongoing, college basketball. I saw a really good game between Houston and Auburn and UNSC and North Carolina early, excuse me, against Kansas. So college basketball is pretty much well underway. The holiday tournaments are coming and all that other stuff. Um, the NFL, as usual, college, I'm going to go first. The upsets keep coming. The parity keeps coming. Ole Miss finally beats a ranked team, a highly ranked team like Georgia. So once Lane Kiffin gets a big win, and then Miami pretty much almost self-destruct against Georgia. For whatever reason, Georgia Tech has their number. So those were the two upsets right there. And it pretty much shakes up the CPF. And as we begin to go to that broadcast of the conference championships, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. So we're in December. We'll get a good idea, um, you know, of the college football playoffs and the championships and stuff. So we'll see what happens. Any NFL saw some good games yesterday. Washington and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh pulls out. Detroit behind 5 interceptions. Pulls it out against Houston. Um, New York Jets. The embarrassment of the Chicago Bears getting handed by the New England Patriots. Give a give a ton of credit to New England, but I gotta tell you, no excuse for Chicago to lose that game. No excuses. Jacksonville keeps losing. Minnesota barely won. Philadelphia keeps going quietly. So does Arizona, actually. Kansas City, on a lucky, finds a way to. Well, they're the Super Bowl champions. They find ways to win. Charger quietly getting the job done. Look out. And the Arizona Cardinals as well. So, and actually, New Orleans actually won for a change. Um, with the new coach. This is what happened to you when you fire a guy like Dennis Allen. Buffalo continues to be one of the best teams quietly in the AFC. And, well, pretty much Baltimore barely beat Cincinnati. Denver played well enough until that block. San Francisco barely squeaked by Tampa Bay. And I mean, barely. Man, I mean, they better get on a roll or Arizona might win the West. Well, we'll see about that because the Rams do have something to say about it as well. And that's it for the National Football League and all football. Now I'm going to hit the Shawn 1113 CBS, ugh, college football picks, but also the NFL picks week 11 and the college picks week 12. Here we go. So like I said, it's going to be on YouTube. Tell me and see what you think. We're going to go Houston and Arizona. I'm going to pick Houston. Washington and Wisconsin picking Oregon. Ugh. Ah. Oregon and Wisconsin picking Oregon. Sorry about that. Clemson and Pittsburgh. After Pittsburgh got upset by Virginia, I'm definitely picking Clemson. Missouri and South Carolina, picking South Carolina. This might be a kind of an upset bid, but I think Texas will beat Arkansas. And I think Utah and Colorado, maybe an upset by Utah, but I'll pick Colorado. And then Tennessee and Georgia. If it was in Tennessee, I would pick Tennessee, but I'm picking Georgia in that one. Now, Shawn Steele's NFL picks week 11. Here we go. Washington and Philadelphia picking Philadelphia. Green Bay and Chicago picking Green Bay. Jacksonville, Detroit picking Detroit. Minnesota and Tennessee picking Minnesota. Las Vegas and Miami picking Miami. LA Rams and New England picking New England for the upset. Cleveland and New Orleans picking New Orleans. Indianapolis and New York Knicks picking Indianapolis because I do not believe in the Jets. Yes, and they should be laughed out of the NFL for that embarrassing loss. In Week 10 against Arizona. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, it can go either way. Baltimore in a close one, it can be. I would not be the least bit surprised if Pittsburgh won in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson comeback player of the year, perhaps. Atlanta and Denver picking Denver. Seattle and San Francisco picking San Francisco. Kansas City and Buffalo, I think Buffalo wins. That one can go either way. Cincinnati, LA Chargers, that can go either way. I'm picking the Chargers in an upset. And Houston and Dallas, why not go Houston? And they'll start their winning ways again for a change. And then my Shawn Steele's college football top 12. Number 1 is Oregon. Number 2, Ohio State. 3, Georgia. Yeah, I should have. Never mind. I'll list the top 12. I'm kind of messed up there for whatever reason. But my top 12, it will be listed on there nevertheless. I'm too embarrassed. Jeez. Let me get two couple of things here for 1 second. Because I know Miami lost. That's for sure. Yeah, okay. I'll give you the top 5. Oregon, number 1. Ohio State, number 2. Georgia, 3. Texas, 4. BYU, 5. Notre Dame, 6. Indiana, 7. And a 7. And I'm doing this I'm doing this on the fly as you see. Sorry about that. I thought it put the current top 12 there with all the action from last week. Tennessee 8, 9 Alabama, 10 SMU, 11 Boise State, and 12 Miami. That's going to be my top 12. I'm too embarrassed. I'll put it on the list. I'm sorry. It just. Alabama. As you see me write this stuff. Ugh. Anyway. Kind of embarrassing, but what do you want me to do? Now I can get the official top 10. Top 12. What I'm talking about. Okay. You can comment how much I messed up. In any case, here is the official top 10. Number 1, Oregon. 2, Ohio State. 3, Georgia. 4, Texas. 5, BYU. 6, Notre Dame. 6, Indiana. 6, Notre Dame. 7, Indiana. 8, Tennessee. 9, Alabama. 10, Boise State. 11, SMU. And 12, Miami, Florida. That's it. That is it. Anyway, that is my Shawn Steele's college football picks week 12 and NFL picks week 11 and the real top 12. And with that is Shawn number 13 podcast show. I pretty much messed up and said more than enough. Have you? I don't know about anybody else. Now with that, Thank you for listening. And reminder, please download, share this podcast, and will be now on YouTube. And tell me what you think. And please share this video as well. And with that, thank you so much for listening. Please stay encouraged no matter what. And live your life as normal as possible in an abnormal world.